moment. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? As you can see, this is a movie review. This time we're reviewing Paranormal Activity. Paranormal Activity. Now, I just recently bought this DVD from Blockbuster on last weekend. We don't know what day. Last weekend. Insert day here. And I viewed the movie, and I'm like, you know what? People was raving about this movie. I'm like, okay, maybe this will be a good movie. So I look at the movie. I'm like, okay, all right. They got the little ghost thing going on. It was like, I was trying to find errors, you know, being skeptical. And I'm still skeptical a little bit. So I looked at it. The lights flicked on, lights flicked off. I'm like, come on now. Like, we don't know somebody in the other room. Light switch on, light switch off. Y'all could have had clap on and just been, or snap on, just, we don't know. So then the keys fall off the table downstairs. So I'm like, oh, all right. So obviously somebody just made some footsteps, pause, stamps, play, footsteps in the kitchen, and then just threw the keys on the floor. I mean, who's down there? Nobody. So I'm like, okay, that's unjustified. We can figure that one out. So then, what was the next one? She, wait, hold on, give me a moment. I know this one. Lights on, lights off. Oh, then it was this loud noise, like a generic but more advanced car screech, if that makes noise, and then this thud just. So I'm like, okay, what could that have possibly been? I'm trying to think, like maybe they had a soundtrack and some surround sound going on all over the house, you know, still being skeptical. So they go downstairs or whatever. The chandelier was moving. Now that's something a chandelier doesn't move that quick. Because once it's in a still position, it takes a lot to move that. The wind doesn't move it unless it's a big gust, and it'll only move so much. It'll only move so much. That was supposed to be movement, but it came out wrong. But it'll only move so much. That chandelier was swaying. That was swinging. So I'm trying to figure out, okay, maybe somebody just, somebody as tall as me just stood there, pushed the chandelier, gone about their business. So then it started getting really interesting because it was some footprints or whatever. And he laid down the powder or whatever, and the baby powder, and tried to see if there were footprints. Now, there were footprints. Now, that's when I didn't know how this was done. Maybe they just deleted, special effects, CGI, all that good stuff. So it was just footprints that were just on the floor. So I'm like, okay, maybe there's effects in there. But then she got dragged out of the bed, and I was done. So I didn't know how did they possibly get that to work. She was dragged out of the bed? For real? I didn't even know people did that in the world. And this is the wrong music, because actually Saw's music was supposed to be playing, but I don't know why it's not. Let's find out. Okay. It was probably playing at the beginning, I just wasn't paying attention. But yeah, she got dragged out the bed. And then downstairs. Okay. I'm not downstairs, down hall. And Mika was trying to get Katie back. That's their names. He kept saying, let her go, da 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 da. And then, that was towards the end. But then before that, there was this shadow on the door. Now, how do you get the shadow? That's also what I wanted to know. How did that shadow come on? So I'm like, okay, it was a shadow. All right. We're going to move along. Then it was the door slamming closed, and that one I could have did that to my own friends. Got a piece of floss and just pulled the door shut. Simple. So at the end of the movie, then she threw him hurling towards the camera, and I'm just trying to figure out. I know we got some strong females, but she didn't look that strong, and he hit the camera. He didn't just stop in front of the camera. No, he hit that thing just real quick. So I'm like, how did he hit her? I'm like, oh, all right. Maybe she did. Maybe it's some paranormal activity. Then she attacked the camera. Then on the alternate ending, at the end, I'm guessing she cut him or stabbed him downstairs when she first got up, stood at the bed, then walked downstairs. Then she started screaming after she got all the way downstairs, and 2 seconds had elapsed. Then Mika came downstairs trying to figure out what's wrong. They screamed for about 4 seconds, and then cut all the sound, cut off. Now the movie ending, she brought him up and hurled him towards the camera, smelled him to make sure, I'm guessing he was dead. Then she attacked the camera, and the movie went off saying that Mika's body was found on a specific date, and her body, we don't know the whereabouts of Katie. So I'm like, okay. Then I got to the alternate ending. I'm thinking, okay, maybe they did something different. I don't know how this is supposed to be real. So then I got to the alternate ending, and what was it? The alternate ending. The alternate ending. Oh, I was just talking about it. The same thing. She stood at the bed. No, she didn't stand at the bed. She got out the bed, walked downstairs without standing at the bed, screamed after she got all the way down there, and 2 seconds had elapsed. Me came down there, screaming. Once again, 4 seconds. Sound cut. Then she slowly walked back upstairs. You know, one of them. Yeah, one of them. She did one of them. Got up the stairs about 3 seconds later. Walked in with a knife, and her shirt had some blood on it. I'm not sure if I saw blood on the knife or not because it was a little dark, but it was probably blood on the knife. So I'm just gonna assume that she stabbed him, and in an important place where he's dead, or he's not making sound. So she came in, she closed the door, and then she came up to the camera about this close, and then she took the knife and just went across her neck and sliced it, just slice and dice. Gone. And then she fell to the floor, and that was the end of the movie. So I'm just like, okay, they could have did a little better, because if they wanted people to believe this was real, then, I mean, I don't understand. If you want people to believe this was real, why would you make an alternate ending? If it's supposed to be what happens when you sleep, I mean, I'm pretty sure I don't do two things when I'm asleep that have two different endings. This is not an alternate reality. We don't have alternate endings in my dreams. I'm sorry. No. No ma'am and no girl. So I'm like, alright. They want to do that, it's good. I don't know why this song playing. We're gonna change it, because that's not working out for me. Perfect song. I think, am I done with this movie review? Yeah, but I'm finna come back. Oh, by the way, if you didn't see the video I posted about 10 minutes ago, the first one that I quickly deleted because I was just testing this out, I got a webcam. You might be able to see the reflection on my phone. Well, wherever you see that little blue dot right there, that's the webcam. You can't see the real thing because it's not bright enough. But yeah, I just got me a webcam, so that means my tripod and my actual camcorder will be the stuff I do when I'm outside or I need some better effects or whatever. But yes, I got a webcam. Y'all know. But no, let me stop. No, ain't gonna be none of that. But anyway, yeah, that means my camcorder and my other tripod are gonna just remain sturdy. And when I'm doing outside filming, then I'll be posting, you know, the videos where I have my intro where I walk in or whatever, and it'll have the sign when I'm in my kitchen, and then I'm doing that type of thing. But for here, it's just me doing videos, you know, me being me. If I feel strongly about something, then I'll post something. But yeah, I think that's about it. And that's been the movie review for Paranormal Activity. And I believe we're done.